Paul Holmes.
Madam Deputy Speaker, and it's a pleasure to follow the Honourable Lady from Mitcham and Morden, who I had the privilege of standing against in 2015 and was resoundingly defeated. So that shows you the quality of her work and the way in which she goes around this place, and I pay tribute to her. It's a privilege to speak in His Majesty's debate because I genuinely believe that crime and sentencing is one of this government's key successes over the last 13 years. And this government has delivered on crime, on reducing crime and making sure that we back our police on the streets of our country. Crime is down by 50% from 9.5 million recorded cases in 2010 to 4.3 million cases today. And that's a real success story, and I welcome the Lord Chancellor's approach to offering rehabilitation to those offenders who genuinely would benefit from rehabilitation, while also making sure that we have tougher sentences for those that deserve to be behind bars for longer. And we have more police on our streets, 584 in Hampshire alone, and that's more crimes being solved in my constituency. And I just want to gently say, before I talk about how this will impact Eastleigh, that I do feel this afternoon that we've had the same old Labour Party who have constantly this afternoon carped about what we haven't done, while offering no alternative vision for this country about what they would do themselves. And the honourable gentleman opposite can criticise me, but when I was a PPS at the Home Office, constantly the Shadow Home Secretary would stand up and say that we haven't gone far enough, but would never say what she would do. And the only thing that the people on that side of the House have done is vote consistently against this government's plans for tougher sentences, for more police, and to sort out our immigration system. And the British public will see that. The British public will see that when they have to put themselves up at the ballot box in a year's time, and they will be found wanting. Now, I want to just talk about what this King's speech and what the government's record on crime and sentencing has done for my constituents. As well as the focus on rehabilitation and tougher sentences, we have, through the work that this government has done and our excellent Conservative PCC, Donna Jones, we've recruited 582 more police. She's got plans for more because of the devolution that this government has given her to be able to channel funds into recruiting even more police. And that's been enabled by a clear commitment from this government and this Prime Minister, and actually the last two Prime Ministers, to make sure that we have more police on the streets, more so than the number of police that we had when we took over in 2010. And I am delighted that Donna Jones has listened to me after a 3-year campaign to secure a new police station in Eastleigh Town Centre, which will be supporting and tackling tackling antisocial behaviour and crime, will be focusing on local crime, which is blighting many of our town centres, and it will be fully accessible to my constituents with a front desk and a CID and investigatory facilities within that building. And that shows that the action that this government has taken in giving people and PCCs the accountability and the services that they want to deliver, giving them that power, actually delivers for the people that we represent. Now, while we have a lot of good things in the King's speech and we have a lot to celebrate, I do just want to tackle the Minister on one issue that has been a consistent driver for many of my colleagues in Hampshire and myself in Eastleigh, and that is a fairer funding formula for Hampshire Police. Because we have, although many people in this House think that Hampshire is a leafy county, and it is in many places, Eastleigh Town Centre is not leafy. It is a working-class ex-railway town which has specific issues with crime, and we have Southampton and Portsmouth, who also suffer with specific issues of crime, being two ex-industrial cities. We simply do not get funded enough to deliver on the number of police that we need in certain localities, such as Southampton and Eastleigh, and we have had promises from various policing ministers that they would look into this. They have not done so. I would ask the new policing minister, when responsibilities are handed out, to look at that again and meet with me to discuss how we increase that funding. But I fundamentally believe that this is a good King's speech. I believe that this government has a proud record to defend on crime and tackling crime for our constituents. I think once again we have seen, as I said earlier, and the Shadow Minister can shout at me, but I will say to him again, what the people of this country have seen is a government that has tackled on tackling crime, managed to deliver on reducing crime, delivering more police on the streets, while the Labour Party have done what they always do, which is offer no alternative plan and vote against such strong actions that we've taken. But then again, it's the same old Labour Party. That's what they always do.